training your brain. Like a muscle, I compare it with a muscle. The more you are using and training, or the harder you're training your muscle, the stronger it becomes. So fact is, our brains are exactly the same. We are capable of doing the same things. Okay, myth number 2. So I've heard that it's for women much harder because they are not treated equally in cybersecurity. This is a difficult one, I know, because all of us make different experiences, of course. I can only report about my experiences. I have been treated equally. Nobody put obstacles in my way. But I have to commit that sometimes, as a woman in cybersecurity, you feel treated a little bit in an odd way. And I have to admit that I have done this too. So when I was starting giving trainings, firewall trainings as a teacher, as a trainer, of course I'm used that all of my students are men. It took more than 1 year that the very first woman registered for one of my firewall trainings. Wow, I was so happy. Finally a woman. Things are getting better now, great. So this training starts and I act like normal, but in the end of the very first training day, this young woman came to me and say, "Hey Sylvia, just by the way, you can treat me just like the others, that's totally okay." What? Sorry, what did I do? What I did was the following. So normally in trainings, I'm asking a lot of questions. So direct to the students, what's the difference between TCP and UDP? Or how is the TCP handshake working? Just to make the training a little bit more interactive, to learn or to understand how much the students already know, and of course, to make them listening. So, and I did this in this training as well, but I was only asking the men. I did not ask one single question to this young woman, because unconsciously, I was afraid to put this young woman into an awkward situation when she might not know the answer. Shame on me. Even I, although I have first-hand experiences in this situation, even I could not treat her normally because I was not used to this. So how should I expect others to treat me normal? So my point is, as long as there are only few women in cybersecurity, they will be treated differently, but not because they are not wanted. People are not used dealing with women in this setting. Maybe they are unsure how to behave, like me, unconsciously. And maybe they are out of their comfort zone. So based on my experiences with this young woman in my training, I became really tolerant when I am feeling treated in some odd way. Okay, last answer. Yeah, you know, a job in cybersecurity is no fun. It's boring, or it's complicated, or you're working all alone. Hey, this is a prejudice. So the field of cybersecurity is huge. There are so many different jobs, both technical. You can work as an engineer, as an architect, you can be a trainer, you can work in support. Yesterday in the elevator, I met a threat hunter. And you can work in so many different areas. You can work in network security, cloud security, cybersecurity, of course, server security, client security. You can work in web application security, in security awareness, so many different areas. And there are also non-technical jobs. You can work in marketing like Mel, you can work in HR, you can work in finance, in legal, in sales. So how is it possible that all of these different jobs should be no fun? No. And second, it's also a prejudice that cybersecurity, you are sitting all alone in front of your computer. That's not true. Teamwork is given in cybersecurity, and communication is so essential. You always have to explain something. So, one thing I also heard was, somebody told me, yes, you know, I want to do a meaningful job, something really important. Of course, everybody wants to do this, right? But what about cybersecurity? I think cybersecurity is really important, is really meaningful. I think we agree all on the fact that IT becomes really, really important for all of our industry, all of our businesses. Without IT, nothing would work anymore. So we have to protect them. And cybersecurity is protecting this. Cybersecurity is protecting all of our industry, especially healthcare, system-critical infrastructure. Your private data, this needs to be protected, and cybersecurity is doing this. So cybersecurity is meaningful. And last but not least, cybersecurity offers very, very attractive work conditions. A job in cybersecurity is versatile. It's a job with future. You can earn a lot of money. You can work, you have flexible working hours. You can work part-time, and you can work at home. So all of these important things are possible in cybersecurity. So my point, pretty easy, jobs in cybersecurity are attractive. Okay, so I think there are a lot of prejudices out there, and we should overcome them. Now, what can we do? So first of all, we really have to understand, really, that our brains are the same. We are capable of the same things. How good your brain becomes in a specific area, for example, at technical things, is just a matter on how good you are training it, like your muscle. So this can already start at childhood, but this will never end. So by the way, training is pretty important for all of us. So please attend every training you can get and you are interested in. Another point is that all of you, are already a role model for others, especially for our children, or for the children of your family, or the children for your friends. So children, they learn through their environment and setting. If they see you doing technical stuff or working in cybersecurity, they will learn that this is normal. And that's where we want to go, right? Second, please be prepared that some people are not used dealing with women in cybersecurity. What doesn't mean they do not want to, but they need to get used to it. And you, as a woman in cybersecurity, please be clear what you want and voice this clearly and distinctly. This will help the others to understand and to handle this new situation. The last one, I think the most important one. We are all different. Not better or worse, just different. All of us has what I'm calling it personal superpowers, or DNA. So, I mean the talents, the passions, that's what you really like to do. Find your personal superpowers. This is really important, and go this direction. Okay. And do not find only your superpowers, but also help your kids and the kids from your families and friends finding their superpowers. Show them that everything is possible. If we use gender stereotypes when we are raising our children, so let's say the dolls and the Barbies go to the girls only, and the boys are only getting the technical stuff, of course, their brains will develop only in this direction. And this is not what we want, right? So offer them everything so that they can choose what they want to do. Okay, so I do not want to close this session without showing you something which has helped me personally very much over the years. You remember the comfort zone, right? It's pretty good to stay in your comfort zone. You're feeling good, you can gain confidence, you can work in a flow that's pretty good. But sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone. I know this is not feeling good. It may be dark, it's feeling uncomfortable. Sometimes it's frightening. But there are really two reasons to step out of your comfort zone. Reason number one is, if you stay within your comfort zone, if you do not push on the edges of your comfort zone, then your comfort zone shrinks. So the area where you are feeling comfortable is getting smaller and smaller. Second, if you want to achieve something really new, something you've never done before, then you have to leave the comfort zone, because the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. This picture helped me a lot every time I'm feeling uncomfortable, especially in my job. So I remember my very first training I had as a trainer. I was sitting in the breakfast room of the hotel. I was so nervous. I could not eat anything, not one bite. I just wanted to go home. But I did this training, and I did a second one and a third one, and it's got better and better. So my comfort zone expanded. And now, last year, Fortinet named me the trainer of the year. And this was so, yeah, thank you. But this was so magic for me. And this does not happen if you are not stepping out of your comfort zone sometime. So this picture does not only help me in my job, but also in my private time. When I'm not working, I love to skydive. Many years ago, I saw a video from a friend when he was skydiving. I saw this and I immediately know I have to do this too. So I went to a skydiving school, registered for the next course, and a few weeks later, I was sitting in a perfectly good airplane, 14,000 feet above sea level, 14,000 feet away from my comfort zone. The door opens, cold air comes inside, and my instructor asked me to get out. I was so frightened. I could have wet my pants in this moment. But I knew, if I do not jump now, I will never learn skydiving. So I jumped, and this was the best decision I ever made. Finally, up to now, I have more than 3,000 jumps, and the best times, I'm one of the red ones. The best times in my life, I have in free fall. So do not get me wrong, I do not want to say that all of you need to skydive now. No, but what I want to say, if you really want something, you have to step outside of your comfort zone, because there's the magic. And even in worst case, if you do not get the magic, at least your comfort zone will expand. Like right now for me. I was never standing on such a stage before with such a big audience. So I'm way, way outside of my comfort zone right now. But for me, it would be magic if I succeeded to motivate just a few young women to join us in cybersecurity. That would be magical for me. And whatever happens, whatever happens, at least my comfort zone in standing on a stage in front of such an impressive audience, at least my comfort zone will expand. And this is something all of you can do. Don't get discouraged when things are getting a little tough. Be self-confident. Trust yourself. And enjoy when your comfort zone is expanding and when you will find some magic in your careers. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome to the stage, Michael Mercer, Denver Governor's Office of Information Technology.
Bow down before the one you serve. You're going to get what you deserve.
How's everybody doing today? Good? Rocking it out? It's early this morning? Just real quick, I just have to tell you guys a quick story. I just barely got here.